Hi. Oh, I think it started. Hi. I'm Valerie.
And I'm Valerio.
And we are we're answering, or we're going to talk about Gregor Mendel, Charles Darwin, and Alfred Russel Wallace. So Gregor Mendel, he was in the time period of about 1850, so later 1800s, and he was a monk but he had this obsession with plants, and he loved to grow plants, and he had these pea plants that he was growing and working with, and he started to combine different types of pea plants. Some had like shriveled pea pods, or some had like yellow and green, and so he combined them, he cross-pollinated them to see what would happen, and instead of having like a greenish yellowish color, it was either a yellow plant or a green plant, and you know, different stuff like that. And through that, we were able to discover traits and dominant and recessive, and how they're passed on from generation to generation and whatnot. And so that was his discovery, and through that, we kind of see that those traits, the same thing happens with humans and animals. Every organism passes on traits. Some traits are not passed on, or they are silent, so that there's just like a carrier. Anyways, and then through that you can have mutations and whatnot. And so that has a huge effect on evolution and just that whole topic. So that is Gregor Mendel, pretty cool guy.
Yeah. So next is Charles Darwin and Alfred Russel Wallace. So Darwin is probably the most famous of the people that we studied in this lesson. Charles Darwin published On the Origin of Species in 1859 and discussed his theory of natural selection, which basically is the idea that some traits are selected for and some traits are selected against, and it's all based on how the traits promote the survival and the reproduction of an organism or a species. And traits that help are passed down, and traits that don't are eliminated. And it's all based on where the organism lives and everything. So species can evolve and change over time. And another big implication of this was that different species evolved from common ancestors. So this united all different living things, and kind of knocked man off of a pedestal in the eyes of many, because it kind of meant that we were related to other creatures and weren't as special as we thought we were. But yeah, so that was a big part of his theory. And Alfred Russel Wallace came up with the same theory, or at least one that was very similar, and actually showed it to Darwin before he published it, which kind of freaked Darwin out, because he thought that that's my idea. But anyway, so they published a paper together, since they both had independently come up with the idea of natural selection and how it worked. And so this really launched evolution into the concept of biology, and how species change over time, and how everything is connected like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's our guys. They're all pretty awesome. Had a big impact on everything. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much.
All right. Thanks for watching.